What's up, YouTube? It's me, Schmmo, and I am back again once more for another manga review from my collection. It's another Isekai, per se. I won't say... It's kind of like a 50-50, and it'll go and be obvious, but, like before, like new formula, I'll describe the general basis, I'll give you a time code to skip, where you don't get any spoilers, and we go into the art, and, you know, the style, and how the story is, and then we'll go from there. So let's hop right into it. Today we are reviewing My Dungeon is a Rest Stop. It's very, I won't say wholesome. It has wholesome aspects and it has some ecchi aspects, but let's go right into the story. So Suzuki Toru has just bought an amazing cheap apartment in like the heart of Tokyo, like dirt cheap. He's like, why is it so cheap? Well, you know, there is a very good reason. So after everyone moves in, he opens the front door and it goes to a classic fantasy dungeon. Luckily, he's always wanted to do this. This is his thing. He's wanted to go and look into these dungeons. He always fantasized about it. Well, he actually gets to do it. He opens the door, puts the helmet on, gets all the stuff, and goes right in. And then he finds this beautiful blonde knight known as Rhea. She is like gone through some traumatizing stuff. She is scared to death. It's a horrible thing. So he grabs her, takes her back home. He, gets her shower, gets her clean, gets her new clothes. It reassures her about, like, she's safe and all this. Well, she thinks he's a wizard, and it kind of follows through there. So the story covers him, which he's like right there. That's our main boy right there. And then this is Rhea right here, the beautiful blonde knight. Now you're wondering who this trying to do this backwards here. You wonder who this is. Well, that's going to be part of the spoilers. But basically, this story is about him discovering what things go on in the dungeon, how things work, why, trying to figure out why this is, so on and so forth. So if you want to skip, here's your time code. I'm about to go into real good detail about this book in 3, 2, 1. So after he, moved in and found out about this whole dungeon thing, he literally went on Amazon. He ordered, a miner's helmet. He ordered a bunch of things. So he can still get things normally. He figured out that he can receive stuff normally, but if he wants to go out, he's got to go out the back door. He's got to climb down the fire escape kind of thing to go into access the real world. Once he gets all his mental fortitude together, he goes and sets off into the dungeon. He goes forth. He's like, I'm gonna go kill me some things. I'm gonna go find some slimes. I'm gonna beat them. This, that, and the third. And that's where he finds Rhea. Rhea was left for death pretty much. Her party abandoned her. They took advantage. They took her sword and took all of her weapons and just left her to die. So this causes a PTSD effect for her because she's too afraid and too scared to be alone. A good example of this is when he shows her, because according to being fantasy, all the modern technology of our world is magic. It's like the wizardry and wizardcraft. So he shows her how to use the bathroom and stuff like this. Well, he hears a loud scream, so he runs in. Of course, there's a fan service scene. But the scene itself focuses on her being scared and being traumatized. Like, that trauma is still fresh. He just saved her, and she's too scared to be alone. So he just sits outside the bathroom, just sits there and talks to her while she gets clean, while she does the bath routine, and so on and so forth. And then this comes back up once he tries to leave and go into the dungeon again, and where he has to lie to her a little bit to get out, but he goes and he starts leveling up. Now, you ask why he levels up. He realized that he has a level. He has things that coincide with the dungeon. So he has HP bar, MP bar, strength, all this stuff. So he realized he can kill slimes and get leveled up. He also goes and finds out that our world items, so like food, soda, tea, that kind of thing, this hat, everything gives a status boost or recovers or does different things. Sure, he finds out via school dress outfits, like gym outfits for high school girls, or cosplay or stuff like that, but it shows that our world items affect that world. So if you want to go into more detail, I'll give you a little bit more. This slime is a very rare slime, but he discovers while trying to level up, so he keeps it because he's like, oh, you stand out. Well, it turns out apparently the shapeshift and has its own thing, and it dresses up as her, or it transforms into her, her, wherever my hand is, her, and tries to, like, have sex with the guy. But that's besides the point. If you want to know more, pick up the manga. It's good. And now we're on to the artwork. The artwork itself is pretty alright. I gotta make sure I don't hop into an ecchi scene. That is not allowed on YouTube. But the artwork itself is pretty alright. It's it's a little bit above standard. For me, standard artwork nowadays would... Like, the My Hero artwork's kind of where the bar is, Naruto, all that stuff. That's where I kind of put the regular artwork at. I really haven't come across bad artwork in my thing. I'm still going back through. And as you know, as artwork transforms and goes on through the ages, which I'm going to start covering older manga soon, so we get to cover the older art style. This would be, like, just above modern age, modern set artwork. Nothing too crazy, nothing too... nothing too it's alright. I like it. It gets the job done. It's not overbearing. It gets the emotions across, which you can see here. It gets the emotions across. You can see in the faces where dread and happiness and stuff like that. So, story-wise, it's a very interesting concept. I like the idea of these characters will come to the room. They will experience, different foods and different things he can bring to the table. And then, as I mentioned in there, the outside world stuff, they can eventually experience that too, and it brings the whole concept of modern and fantasy together in a nice, like, non-mosh posh thing. It's nice and melds together very easily, in my opinion. So if you're looking up a new series to start, this is up to like volume 5 right now. It's not overbearing. There's not too many out there. You can pick these up. They're still in print. So if you want something new, Isekai related, go for this. Worth the read, I'd say, especially if you're trying to start a newer manga collection, which I'll be doing a video on soon. You want to get something small? Perfect. I'm going to bring up some more small series soon, but let me know what you guys want to see down below. I do have plenty of more manga to go through. I got like 5 more I have planned. I got to sit down and actually discuss and talk to you guys about. But until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.